Hey guys and gals out in interwebs land, welcome to Miyagi Mornings episode 58. Here's what I got for you today. We're going to talk a little bit about cryptocurrency. And for those of you experienced with cryptocurrency, 80% of this is going to be kind of really basic, and because I'm getting a lot of questions from people that want to get involved and they're asking those really basic questions, so I want to cover that. But a couple things might actually be beneficial to you if you don't know about them already. They're basic as well, but they're newer things. I'm going to start out with, if you watch these videos daily on YouTube, you could be watching them on Odyssey or LBRY. So Odyssey and LBRY are basically the same thing. LBRY's the backbone. Odyssey's the kind of user interface that has all the cool features versus the basic features of LBRY. And that just means that when I put a video on YouTube, my Odyssey account imports that video onto a blockchain, which is how all cryptocurrency works, but a lot of other technology works. All right, so yes, we can take tokens or coins or call them if you want to. We can tokenize them and put them on a blockchain, and that allows for the exchange of value with a ledger that can't be corrupted with things like counterfeiting. If you've ever wondered, like, well, since Bitcoin's just a number and another number, why can't you just Control-C, Control-V your way to being a multi-billionaire? Because it doesn't work that way. I'm not going to get into that today, but there are immutable safeguards against that. It would require more computing power than you can possibly imagine to try to overtake something like the Bitcoin blockchain. So that's why it has value in the first place, because I can send you something that's guaranteed to be a unique thing that we can then get a value against on how it exchanges and trades with other currencies. And just like we can put basically a public and private key for like one Bitcoin on a blockchain, we can put anything that's data on a blockchain, including the video you're watching right now. So what LBRY does, LBRY.TV, and then again, the other side of it, and the one I use all the time day to day, is Odyssey, ODYSEE.com. This video now gets tokenized, and that means if YouTube decides they don't like it someday and takes it away, it will still be there. In fact, even if LBRY decides they don't like it, it will still be there because it's now on a blockchain. Well, not only do you have that available to you with Odyssey, and that's why you should be watching this video on Odyssey, not on YouTube, where censorship doesn't happen, right? Over on Odyssey, you can actually earn a little bit of what's called LBC coin. This is LBRY/Odyssey's native cryptocurrency. It's trading somewhere over 10 cents, somewhere between 10 and 20 cents a coin. And if you like what I'm doing, you can tip me in it. If you are a creator, you can have your content there, and people can tip you in it. And it is a great way to do things. And all you do is sign up and you have a wallet and it just freaking works. It's that simple. There's no catch. There's no tricks here. There is a link in the video notes down there. If you're not already using Odyssey, please use that link. Yes, I'll earn a little bit of LBC coin myself. I'll earn 8 LBC coins for referring you. But even if you don't use my link, you should be using Odyssey. If you are a creator, if you have a YouTube channel with, 1,000 followers or so and some content on it that you value, and you're not Odyssey, you hate money. You hate money and you hope someday that your content is taken down. Because I don't care what your content is, we've learned that people have their content taken off of YouTube for things they didn't even do on YouTube, for things they said in a tweet 12 years ago, right? So you should have this account just as a backup for your content. And that's one way you can get into cryptocurrency with no money out of your pocket. You just start using Odyssey and earn little bits of cryptocurrency, and later on you can change it into some other currency or you can just hold on to it. If you're a creator, it's a great way. Right now I make more money in a month on Odyssey with about 5,000 followers than I make on YouTube with 50,000 followers. So there's one. 2, a new search engine called Presearch, Presearch.org, presearch.org. If you go down in the video notes, again, I have a referral link. I can earn a little bit of but you use Presearch, and you just make it your default search engine instead of Google, which spies on you. And it is a blockchain-driven search engine. And every time you run a search, you'll earn 0.25 pre-coins. You can earn up to 4 a day. Don't game the system. They monitor it, so like just use it for your regular searches. It works really well. If you don't find the result you're looking for, switch over to a different engine. And you'll see, when you sign up, you'll have an account, there'll be a balance, and you'll earn cryptocurrency in the form of pre. It takes a while to build enough to do anything up with. I think it's trading at like 7 cents a pre or something like that. But you're going to use search engines anyway. Might as well use one that doesn't spy on you and gives you money. So this is another way that you can do this. You can also use the Brave browser, and that's a way that you can earn cryptocurrency called BAT, B-A-T. Those are 3 cryptocurrencies that you can earn just by using the services. Now, somebody asked me, how do these people not go broke doing this? They all have ways they monetize, primarily through advertising. And they also, when they created their crypto, they reserved some for themselves. They're using their own crypto to make these payments. And then they're accepting their own crypto in return for services. So it's kind of like a company issuing stock and then using the stock as currency. This is the way it works. So don't worry about it. And well, what if they stop doing it? Then they stop doing it. Take it while you can get it. Next up, now you're only going to get little bits doing this. Unless you are, if you are a big time producer and you have a lot of followers and you can migrate them over to Odyssey Library, you can do really well really fast because they provide you not just tips from your users, but every person you bring on board with an affiliate link, you can get a little bit of library for. So I earned an awful lot that way in the very beginning. Now I earn most of it as tips from my audience. But again, for most people, this is a small, easy way to start getting some cryptocurrency. Most people, if you want to get into cryptocurrency, you want to buy cryptocurrency. And most people want to kind of start out with Bitcoin. It's been around the longest. It is volatile and up and down, but it's dramatically stable in staying power over time. If you want to buy Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency and you want to pay with dollars, bank account, credit card, whatever, you're going to have to do something called KYC. That's Know Your Customer. The easiest place to get started buying cryptocurrency for money is CoinBase. Again, there's a link in the video notes down there. Yes, I will earn $10 in Bitcoin if you use my link, sign up, and fund your account with at least $100 in Bitcoin, not counting the fees. You have to have $100 actually funded into your account. I appreciate using my link, but you'll get $10 too. So you fund it with 100, you end up with 110 in Bitcoin. To do that, you're going to have to give them a bank account number. You're going to have to give them a credit card. I'm sorry, not a credit card, your driver's license, right? Well, I don't want to do that. Okay, then you can't buy cryptocurrency online anyway, safely for fiat currency, i.e. United States dollars or the currency of your nation. Some countries maybe don't have that for their citizens as a requirement. Some do. The United States does. Most of you guys that listen to me are in the U.S., so I'm speaking from that perspective. If you don't want to do this, I understand. But if you want to buy you want to take a bank account and wire money in, or you want to take credit card from your wallet and you want to buy cryptocurrency, you have to do this. It's not because the exchanges want to screw you like some of you seem to think. It's because the government says if you are going to take fiat currency for cryptocurrency and sell it, you have to do KYC, which is Know Your Customer. Basically, they have to verify that you are who you say you are, and this is under a lot of different auspices, but chiefly among them is to prevent money laundering. And as much as I hate the state, if you could just wire money willy-nilly at any amount from a bank account, convert it into cryptocurrency, and then send it anywhere you want, it would be a really great way to launder money. It really would. Okay? Especially you pop it through a couple exchanges, change it into some altcoins and back. Like, you can make it disappear and reappear somewhere else, and there'd be no way to trace it using things like privacy coins like R, which we'll get to in a second. So I understand why they're doing it. I hate the state at all levels, and I don't give a shit if they don't get their money. But this is why. If you want to be in business, have a building, do business in the United States, and not have people come to your place of business, point guns in your face, handcuff you, and take you to Club fucking Fed, you have to do this. Coinbase is not fucking you, for fuck's sake. I hate to be this way, but I'm tired of hearing it. They're not fucking you by requiring this. They're keeping themselves out of federal prison. You don't want to do KYC? I'm going to tell you how to do that. If you want to take money from your bank account, wire it somewhere, you must do this, okay? The way to not do this is to sell something of value to people who will pay you with cryptocurrency. If you do that, you can completely avoid KYC. It doesn't mean that you're completely clean and not reporting your income and not paying taxes on it, but if you're smart about how you do it, you probably could be. I'm just going to say that. So, if you don't offer anything of value, you don't have anything you sell to take cryptocurrency for, and you want to buy it, you got to do KYC. If you do take money that way, or if you've already bought it and you already got it in hand, and you want to be able to do things like convert it to other cryptocurrencies and things like that, and you don't want to have your identity verified to do it, there are numerous options. I will give you two today, both of which I have links to down in the video notes. The first one is called Coinx, C-O-I-N-E-X. This is a no KYC exchange, giant IF. If you want to take Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, whatever currency you have, deposit it to your exchange account, convert it into something else, and move it back off, and you don't need to do more than $10,000 a day on and off the exchange, you can do it with nothing but a phone number to verify your transactions for security, and an email address, and a name. And a name can be anything you want it to be. All right? Just saying. It can be completely no KYC. If you want to be able to move more than $10,000 a day, or if you want to, again, be able to wire money from your bank account and buy Bitcoin for cash, you have to do KYC. Not because Coinx is fucking you, because Coinx and the people that run it don't want to go to fucking federal prison for violating federal money laundering laws and regulations. I'm not for them, but I certainly, because I've tried to do things before in the past, and I won't get into today, but one, I wanted to set up this community and do some things, and have people put money in and get money back out of it, whatever. And someone from the FTC reached out to me and said, if you do that, they're going to put you in federal prison. Don't do that. And this person was a fan and liked what I was doing. It was like, if you go forward with this, you're going to end up in federal prison. And you know what people said to me? You should do it anyway, Jack. Don't let them intimidate you. You're not the one that has to go to Club Fed. You're not the one that has to go get a big giant boyfriend wandering around with you and trading you for cigarettes. I'm not going to Club Fed, and neither are they, and I don't blame them. But you can do no KYC if you do it that way. Additionally, you can do it because you still need a phone number for Coinx. And there's ways you can kind of finagle that, but phone numbers can be traced back to you. There's another exchange, and this is a non-traditional exchange. This is the new exchanges that are going to become dominant in the world, in my opinion. It's called a Dex Exchange, or decentralized exchange. This exchange, there's lots of them, but the one that I really like right now is called Polarity. Polarity.exchange. Again, there's a link in the video notes, okay? And they use Tether, which is the stable coin, as their reserve currency. So anything you would deposit there, if you want to turn it into something else, first you would trade it to USDT, Tether, a stable coin, and then you would buy another coin. I can't get into trading specifics today, but there is an advantage there because you basically have one side of the equation doesn't move. If you're buying Litecoin with Bitcoin and you set a limit order, I want to pay this much Bitcoin for this much Litecoin type of situation, well, the Bitcoin side and the Litecoin side both move. If you move into a stable coin, it makes it very simple to understand. I've bid X dollars per coin. Now, what makes a Dex Exchange different is it is a direct relationship with just an intermediary piece of software between two individuals. When you say, I want to buy Litecoin for 180 bucks and I want 10 of them basically by how much you're spending, when the person is offering it for that and you're next in line, the money actually changes between y'all. It never goes into an exchange account. That's what I like about Dex Exchanges. The wallet, right? So they say not your keys, not your coins. That means you should possess all your keys. If you're on Coinx, if you're on CoinBase, if you're on Bittrex, you're on any of these things, and they say, in your spot account, you have $500 worth of Bitcoin or $5,000 worth of Bitcoin. You have access to it. You don't actually have it. They have it, and until you withdraw it, you don't really completely control it. That's why I say don't leave your money on exchanges for long periods of time. Do the exchange and get it off to a wallet. All right? Okay. So, when it comes to something like Polarity, you actually have what could best be described as a cloud-based wallet. You have the passphrase, the backup phrase to restore it. You have the public and the private key, and they do not. They could not look at an account and tell you who owns it unless you gave them extra information. They wanted, because I had them on the show and they wanted to reward me with some tokens, they had to have me give them an address so they could send me tokens because they couldn't find out what account I had. Even knowing all my information, they couldn't look up my account. So they can't give it to the government because they don't know what it is. It is completely anonymous. It uses Google or some other third-party authenticator app to provide security instead of and an email address, which can be any email address you create. Like, this is my email address for things I don't need you to see at protonmail.com, right? So you can keep complete anonymity with that. So there's all these different layers. But again, what it comes down to is, do you want to buy it for dollars? If you want to buy it for dollars, as a U.S. citizen, you're going to do KYC. And I'm sorry, I don't like it. I'm just telling you the way that it is. Once you buy cryptocurrency, etc., and you want to hold it. Now, if you're holding $500, I wouldn't even worry about this, right? When you start getting to holding thousands of dollars and more in cryptocurrency, you do not want to hold that cryptocurrency on an exchange. Exchanges occasionally get hacked. Exchanges can have their customer service records subpoenaed. There's all kinds of risks associated with an exchange. So once you do whatever you had it there for, you remove it. And I have been recommending the Jaxx wallet, Jaxx, at jaxx.io. Be careful if you're an Android user. Apparently there's some freaking scams on the Google Play Store that are fake Jaxx downloads that ask for your seed phrase and steal your money. So go get your Jaxx wallet if you're going to get it from jaxx.io, not off the Google Play Store. Apple seems safe. However, I want to say this. If I was starting today, because it has more options as far as assets you can hold, I would probably use the Coinami wallet. And I'll put links to Jaxx and Coinami below as well. Those are not referral links. I just try to disclose everything. Jaxx is going to come out with some kind of partner program soon. I'm pre-approved for it. But right now, I don't have one for either one of those. They're just straight up links. So hopefully this helps you get started. This is not hard. I've heard from a lot of people, and this is a really long Miyagi Mornings video. I'm sorry about that, but I want to cover this. I want to have one to just go here, right? Okay. This is not as hard as people make it out to be. I've heard from a lot of people that said, I finally did it, and the reason I was held up is I did not believe it would work or didn't believe it was a good idea. I thought it was too hard. I didn't want, it seemed too complicated. If you can set up a PayPal account and you can send money with PayPal, there is nothing that prevents you from buying some cryptocurrency and put it in your wallet. It's a little bit different. Please use small amounts at first so you don't make a mistake with a lot amount of money. But this isn't hard. And this is something that you should develop the skill set for and the utility for into the future. This is the future of monetary systems in the world. And with that, we'll wrap up, and I'll come back tomorrow with a totally different subject.